rolling. Action.
What's up, y'all? So today's topic is acting together when you're apart. Feelings, thoughts. Or should I just hit them with it?
Hit him with it.
Am I always going to be hitting them with it first?
Hit him with it. I'll hit him with it. You know, when that's your, you pick this
Okay,
topic.
yeah, all right. True. I picked this topic because this topic is something that I had to learn, like, going through certain situations, well, certain relationships or whatever. I didn't know how important this specific topic was to me until I went through certain occurrences in a relationship that made it more and more important as it went on. And now it's like a huge thing with me. So, you know, when I say, excuse me, acting together when apart, I basically mean, obviously, when you're not with that person, whether it's a long distance relationship or whether you're in the house and that other person is at the store. I feel that you should move as if y'all are right there standing beside each other. In other words, don't make me look bad when I'm not with you, because I would hope that you wouldn't make me look bad when I'm with you. For instance, random example, I'm at home, my wife and or girlfriend goes to the club, goes out, whatever, club, wherever.
No, wife. There's no more girlfriends. Let's clarify that.
My wife,
Okay.
my baby,
Damn.
goes to the club.
New SMS from Jelly Smillas. Press Uconnect phone button and say text message to read it.
Hey, Jalita, we're shooting a video right now, dog. Like, chill out.
She don't even pronounce her name right.
I know, it's retarded. So yeah, what the hell was I saying? Okay, yeah, my wife goes to a lounge or whatever. Doesn't even freaking matter. But let's say she goes there, she, you know, has a drink or two, whatever, feeling good or whatever the case is, and she does something that if I was there, I would feel some type of way about it. Dancing too provocatively, you know, dancing up on somebody all crazy, just acting a fool because she got drunk and she's out there laid out or whatever the case is. And then, you know, I somehow get wind of it, or somebody hits me up saying, hey, you need to come get your wife because she's acting a fool or whatever, or she's flirting with homeboy or whatever the case is. You know, that would bother me or whatever. And, you know, through past experiences, that same exact topic would bother the hell out of me. Like, it would get me to a point where I would just get frustrated because, you know, I try not to move that way. You know what I mean? I try to move in such a way to where, you know, if I'm out, you would be okay with me being out by myself because you know I'm not going to do anything that would tarnish your name or make you look crazy. It would also let people know that we're together. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a huge thing. It's a very huge situation, just for my stuff. How do you feel?
I agree. It's just, I think this is an easy one. I mean, nobody want to be out here being embarrassed that, you know, you can't walk down the street with your wife because somebody might see them and be like, ain't that Chris over there? He was just at the club doing that. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's.
Why can't you put yourself in the
that
example?
must be his lady. And then they over there snickering and
Right, 'cause he was
bickering.
going-
You know what I mean?
wow.
Like, or come. You know, some females are petty, so they'll come like. You know, how you see in the movies that somebody will come up to the table and say something slick and smart, or try to like flirt and make the whoever you're with, not knowing who you're with, make them feel uncomfortable or make them aware that something happened between y'all and you should know,
Right.
kind of thing. But
Has it ever happened to you? Like, not necessarily just like cheating, because I think, you know, obviously cheating is like the ultimate end result of something, you know what I mean? But have you ever felt that a boyfriend of yours, or even me, you know, made you feel or look a certain way that you didn't appreciate? Yeah, like even if it was me, like.
of course, that was probably one of the reasons why the relationship didn't work. And
Outside of cheating, just it made you look crazy.
Outside of cheating, my thing is I've always been honest. I guess at least I thought I was, to, you know, give me the opportunity to tell you how I feel, you know what I mean? About whatever it is you feel you're going to do. Don't wait until you don't do it and then come back to me and say, oh, I did this. And now I'm mad because, one, I thought we was a team. You know, two, now I look crazy because I'm overly upset because you did something that made me look hella crazy.
Right.
But you don't see it like that. So the fact that, you know, the person putting your mate in that position is blind to the fact that they might be doing something wrong is a problem in itself.
Okay. Question before I forget it. Is there, or if there is, where is it, or where do you feel it is, the line between somebody saying something like, hey, don't make me look crazy out there, and just being insecure? Like, to where what you did or what you're doing really ain't really about nothing, but the nigga just, dag, I can't do anything. Like, if that's the case, I can't do nothing because you just, you know what I mean?
And there's a difference, and even in past relationships, I used to sneak out to hang out with my friends, like, and it got to the point where it's like they never wanted to meet him, never cared to meet him, but immediately shut it down, like, nah, you're not having that, you ain't about to have, you're not about to be around another dude except for me. Whoa, that's too much like control for me.
Right.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. My friends will come in town, I'll be like, alright, I'll be there.
Random question, was this Georgia or was this?
Georgia.
Okay.
So, you know, my friends will come in town, I'll be like, alright, I'll be there. You know, see you in a little bit. And then I'm trying to I'm the worst liar, that's number one. I don't lie, right? I don't feel there's a reason to.
But you tried it?
I tried it. And I was like, I remember the first time I did it, it was kind of like, I'm going to bed early tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in the car, I'm going to bed early tonight. You know, I told you tomorrow.
You hear traffic in the background?
I told you tomorrow. So, there's no point in me trying to lie because I'm, like, not good at it. And not only that, I value my honesty. I never want to be looked at as a liar. And honestly...
Right, because then you can't be trusted.
You can't be trusted, right. And not only that, I wouldn't say I don't care. I care enough about myself to not have to hold that lie for however long I have to hold it. You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't say I don't care about the other person's feelings by telling them the, you know, brutal, honest truth or whatever. Because if anything, it's coming from a good place, not a negative place. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
But yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to bed early. So I get downtown and I'm chopping up my friends, having a good time. And my phone started going off the hook. So I'm just like, oh shoot, here we go. And then it's like, why you not answering the phone? So I had to go all the way down there. Like I went, like the house, it was like a 3-story house or whatever. So I went all the way in the basement, closed the door, and was acting like I was sleeping. Like, I'm over here lying my behind. Or
did he believe you?
No, he didn't believe me.
He
didn't believe me, but he didn't have no reason to because I had never done anything like that before, right?
So that was more just insecure.
Exactly, just straight up insecure. So I mean, not for nothing, like just to back it up a little bit to give it a little bit of some context. This same friend had called me. We were on our way. We were driving out of town, and he had called me, and he didn't come up on my Bluetooth. He came. I was just holding the phone, talking to him, chopping him up. You know, letting him know I was good, what I was doing. You know, me, my man, and you know, my child or whatever was going this place or whatever. Or I don't even think my child was there, but you know, me and my man was going to this place, and as soon as I hang up the phone, you know, you not about to talk to another about around me and da da da. I'm just like, but it's my friend. Like I've known him for over 10 years. Like, are you like?
And I would think you would at least be. I mean, not that you would be like super happy about it, but if she's willing to talk to a guy in front of you, you know what I mean? Like, who's that brave? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Like, so for me, I was just like, I thought I was like
being open and
honest
I got you.
by even sitting there chopping it up with my friend. And you know, it
just
wasn't
to show that it's nothing.
just to show that it was nothing. Not only that, I even acknowledged he was there with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, all right, I did the right thing, and I'm, you know, I hang up the phone, and he's
the extras.
I'm just like, because I'm driving, and I'm like, I look over, I'm like, what is going on? Like, are you okay? Oh, so you think that's okay? And you know, trying to start an argument, and I'm just like, I'm not about to be mad over a conversation I just had in front of you,
right.
And you knew it was nothing because you heard the whole conversation.
And I acknowledge.
And I acknowledge you. Like, all right. So then, speed it up. Now my friend, same friend, comes in town, not to see me, for an event, and say, hey, in town, what you doing? Come through. We all here, hanging out at the house partying. But a bunch of them. So not just them, not just him. A bunch of friends from college and their friends or whatever.
So it was a group setting.
So it was a group setting. It wasn't like, you know,
you and him.
It was me and him. We alone. We going out to dinner and the movie, and you know, back to his place.
It looked real date-ish.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah. So, So flash forward to that situation. It was just like, nah, what I look like telling him this to start an unnecessary argument when I know it's nothing.
Right.
So I'm not gonna tell you. All right, I'm asleep.
And that in itself, I think, becomes a problem.
That becomes a problem because now I can't be honest.
Right.
The way I want to be.
Right.
The way you should be in a relationship.
And if and when he ever catches you, now he can't trust you.
Exactly.
Even though it's nothing. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Right.
But just from the jump, I didn't have to do anything. Like, he just automatically had trust issues. Had nothing to do with me, and that was something that I had to understand. And I knew ultimately it would be at demise, because if you moving around like you don't trust me, you're gonna be out there doing whatever you want to do because she do whatever she want to do. You know, making up things in your head.
Here's a jewel. This might be a thing. Yes. Normally, when somebody's insecure to that extent, it's normally based off of, or it could be based off of what they're already doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. The cheater doesn't want to be cheated on. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah. And that's exactly, you know, what it was. And you know, at the end of the day, I continued to have my friendships because even though I knew he didn't like it, it just was to the point where there was no reason why. It was overly excessive.
Right.
And like, now I'm not about to throw years of friendship around, you know, away when I know they'll probably be here after you. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really interesting coming from our last conversation. I get you.
I know. Yeah. I know. But you know what type temperature your relationship is on. You know what I mean? So it's not even like, it was like, our last conversation was, give me concrete, evidence of why you uncomfortable.
Right.
It can't be, I'm uncomfortable just because I'm uncomfortable.
Right, and this is based off of more of an insecurity for him. You see a problem with your spouse as more so.
Exactly. That's a personal issue.
Right.
Like, that has nothing to do with me. For anything, maybe you should seek counseling.
Okay. I had two questions. Well, I had an example in the question, but forget the example for right now. Let's say your husband is insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Does that change? Because you just were saying, like, I'm not going to throw away this for this. If your husband is now insecure, does that change anything as to how you're going to move?
It does. It does. Number
but then
one,
you would always have to acquiesce to his insecurities.
It's a bigger issue than just me appeasing him just for this situation, right?
Right.
So my thing is, if my husband's insecure, I did something that made him feel that way. So
might not be. What if he's already bringing in insecurities into the relationship or whatever, and you just happen to still marry him because something else was enough? You know what I mean? But he's still insecure or whatever. Now, the issue would be, this is your husband, so yeah, you want to.
I'm gonna give him the first right of refusal.
Right. But the problem would be, if you do that, then again, I think you would have to always acquiesce to his insecurities.
That sets a tone.
Right.
Correct.
And then you just wouldn't be able to do nothing. You'd be in a box.
And then it will switch. At some point, it will switch because it would turn into like resentment. Thank you. I was thinking of the wrong arbor.
Revenge?
Regret. I don't know why regret came out.
Maybe it might be regret. You might regret it that I married him.
Yeah,
married this insecure nigga. Right.
That could play a part, but yeah, resentment. Resentment would start to build up, and dang, like, I don't have a problem when you go out with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, I don't pick an argument or whatever just so you could change your mind and say, nah, I'm not going. But when it's me, when it's my time to have fun and enjoy my one life to live, here you are coming at me like I'm about to do something that I wouldn't do on a normal day-to-day basis.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because, my everyday consists of, especially once I became a mother, my priorities changed completely.
Right.
Before I was a mother, I was in the streets every week. I wasn't home.
That sounds crazy, by the way.
Not like that. I wasn't no hoe babe.
I know you wasn't. I'm just saying.
Like,
to the camera. I'm just saying to the camera. I was in the streets.
I wasn't no whole audience. I'm just saying. Like, I lived in Delaware. Every weekend, I'm in New York, Jersey, Baltimore, Maryland, D.C. Every weekend.
Just living your best life.
I was only home to work Monday through Friday, and then back on the road again on the weekend, having the best time of my life.
Right.
With my friends, doing whatever, whenever.
Right.
So when I became a parent, my priorities changed.
As they should.
It became mother first, life second.
Right.
And then I learned how to bridge the two. Mother and life can go together. That could be a whole nother topic. But still being able to enjoy enjoy my life and not saying or looking like I'm putting my family second.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that resentment is a big thing. Your insecurities now turn into resentment here. You know what I mean? Like, and that causes bigger issues in a relationship that you wouldn't have seen coming if it wasn't for your insecurities.
Right.
There's cause and effect for everything.
Right.
So,
right.
I think the bigger issue would be to address the insecurity at hand instead of causing, multiple other issues that could have been avoided if this one thing would have been addressed. Even if that insecurity was not me and it was coming into the relationship, if it's something, what do you need from me to show you,
put you at ease.
Yeah, that I'm not here for the games. You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you need to see? Because it's all in what, it's your perception and what you think will make you feel better. Because ultimately, I can show you those things.
I was going to say, but to an insecure person, it'll never be enough.
It'll never be enough.
Right. Unless you sit in a box.
Exactly. Let me just stay right here in this house and not move.
And then it'll be a complaint about something about that too.
Exactly.
All right. So just to slice it up, because the insecurity thing is different, I'll just validate my feelings on why I feel so strongly about the topic. I'll give y'all an example without saying names. So, before my wife, long before my wife, a couple years now, I was with somebody, and this person is the person that showed me, what it means to actually act together when you're apart, in a bad way. For instance, there was a time where I used to always work. I would work a lot. Not to make an excuse out of that, but you know, I was always working on the weekends and everything else. And, you know, I'm not the type of person that says, you know, since I'm at work on the weekend, whatever, you sit at home. No, if you got somewhere to go or you want to go have fun, whatever the case is, go for it. Have fun. Just don't make me look crazy, right? And even though I didn't say that, I thought that kind of was understood without having to say it, because I feel it should be. You know, this person ended up going out, and she ended up going out with a female friend of mine that I introduced her to. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, all right, she in good hands or whatever, because she's with somebody that, you know, is a friend of mine or whatever.
That you trust.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody, right. You know, and they ended up going to a baby shower. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, all right, well, like, what trouble could you get into at a baby shower? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know, but I guess at the baby shower, you know, and having fun or whatever the case is, I didn't even know people drink liquor at baby showers. Is that a thing? Can it be?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
All right,
Some people allow it, some people don't. The pregnant person cannot
Obviously,
drink. So
obviously, but everybody
most
else.
pregnant people be like, but
Okay.
some be like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
Okay, well, there you go. It was, I guess, a I don't care type of deal. Jello shots and all that. You know how they creep up on you or whatever. Homegirl, my ex, or whatever, started knocking back Jello shots, whatever the case is. You know, I guess they go somewhere after the baby shower, maybe to a bar, whatever the case is. Cool. You know, and I get home from work or whatever. It's semi-late, I guess. Like I get home maybe like 8 o'clock at night, whatever. You know, and I'm in for the night. Like I don't plan on going anywhere else or whatever. She told me that she was out, so you know, again, I thought she was good. And you know, 11 or 12 o'clock roll around. Mind you, I got to work the next day, so I'm about to take it in for the night. You know what I mean? Because again, I trust who she's with at the time or whatever. So I get a knock on my door, and I'm not expecting a knock on my door because you know, my girl at the time had a key, so you know, she can come in. So whatever, I get a knock at the door. I go to the door, and I look out the people. Hey, some black dude, some black big bald head nigga, whatever. So, like, I did it like a double take through the people, or whatever the case is. And, you know, I don't trust this, whatever. So I ain't gonna lie. I went upstairs, grabbed the blicky. I'm gonna call it a blicky. I grabbed the blicky. No, I grabbed the gun. To be honest, I grabbed the gun or whatever, and I opened the door with the gun. I didn't show the person on the other side of the door, but I had it behind my back or whatever. And I just opened the door like, "What's up?" Like, barely opened it, just enough so he could see my face. Like, "What's up?" or whatever. And the first words out of his mouth, like, he looked like he was like sad and ashamed that he had to knock on the door. Like he almost looked like a sad puppy. So he wasn't like knocking on my door on some bra like, "Yo, da 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 da." He was looking like, "I'm sorry for bothering you, but can you please get your girl?" Which is exactly what he told me. And I'm like what? Like say it again almost, because I'm, you know, can you please come get your girl, whatever. Like I'm trying to get her from the car to the door or whatever, and she won't come or whatever. So can you come get your girl? It's all right, hold on. So I close the door, put the gun down, put on some sneaks or whatever, and walk outside. And as I'm walking outside, here comes my ex stumbling, fumbling around the corridor to the door, whatever the case is. So, you know, the whole thing has already got me messed up because, first of all, I hate to hear that from some other, especially a nigga I don't even know. "Yo, come get your girl," whatever. Why are you even with her? You know what I mean? Like, but whatever. So, you know, that happens. I get her in the house or whatever, and then I basically like mush her down. "Yo, sit down." You know what I mean? And then I run back outside to talk to him. Like, "Yo, what happened?" whatever. And he kind of gave me the whole spiel. "Yo, like we was at the baby shower, whatever. All of us ended up going to a bar or whatever, and you know, your girl got into a fight at Popeyes with the girls in front of her or whatever, and I had to stop her from doing that. I basically had to stop her from getting washed because it was one against however many or whatever, you know, and then I brought her here." You know what I mean? And for me, that made me feel real bad. You know what I mean? Because first of all, I'm her man. Some other nigga, you know what I mean, having to protect her, even though she's the one that caused the wreckage. You know what I mean? And the bad part is, I believed him. And I believed him because there was already examples of her doing stuff. You know what I mean? It's one thing for somebody to say, "Yo, come get your girl, she did X, Y, Z." And you're like, "No, not my baby." You know what I mean? It's another thing when it's like, "Yo, your girl did X, Y, Z." And you like, "Yeah, that sounds like her." You know what I mean? Like, by that point, when he was telling me, I knew for a fact he was, so like after he told me, I didn't even have beef with him. Like, I wasn't even mad at him because I knew that he was telling the truth. All right, fam, if I need to talk to you, I know how to get in touch with you. All right. And I went inside and dealt with her. You know what I mean? But that became a reoccurrence. You know what I mean? Over and over and over again, to where, you know, it also was the reason me and this person broke up, because it became too much for me to deal with that ish and whatever I might have been going through at the time. So I had to make a decision, me or her. You know what I mean? So for me, it's super huge. From my side, I wouldn't even consider that insecurity. I try to give people the same freedoms that I would like or whatever. But, you know, again, don't have me out here looking crazy. And definitely don't give somebody even the opportunity to tell me, hey, come get your wife. Because your wife is doing whatever. You know what I mean? Like, aside from something bad happening to you, in a sense of, I don't know, God forbid, you know, oh my gosh, this happened to her, like, come to the hospital, she's here. That's different. But if she willingly put herself in a situation just because she can't control herself, you know, I really have an issue with that. So that's my spiel on it. Hopefully that doesn't come off as an insecurity, but more so a legit reason. Just asking from your point of view.
Does that come off as an insecurity? I wouldn't say insecurity. It's maybe baggage, maybe.
It's hella baggage by that point. Yeah. Now, wait. Tell me, are you saying this baggage with, like, I'm carrying it to us now? Or do you feel that?
No, I don't feel like. I mean, that was something you took and you learned from. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's something that you took and that you're using it to negatively impact your new relationship.
No.
I'm not saying that.
Because I give everybody, just human to human, I give everybody a clean slate and I allow you to mess it up. So, you know, whatever that was, I just now have a standard and I just have a parameter that I live by that says, don't cross this line. And that's just for me. Hey, I'm with you, you're with me, don't cross this line. Because I know that line is an issue for me. You know what I mean? So it could come off.
Everybody should set boundaries in their relationship when it comes to things that they know they can and cannot and will not tolerate.
Correct. And that's one
from their mate.
Right.
And if that's something that their mate cannot handle, then that's something that y'all should both decide to mutually agree to walk away. All right, well, I'm known to drink and not have, not be able to control myself. Right. Okay, well, I can't handle that. So, you know what?
Right.
Let's just, for sake of argument, let's just end it here. Right. You know what I mean? But a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't have those hard conversations because they're afraid of, you know what I mean, like that drunk person or that person who has a drinking problem may not see it as an issue, you know what I mean, or that big of a deal. So they may not even speak up on it. Like, I've done that before, you know what I mean? Like, if you said, this is what bothers me and this is what I can't deal with in a relationship, mm-hmm. that person will not say, hey, that's I've
me.
Done that.
Yeah, that sounds
before.
like me.
That's me, right? So a lot of times you go into a relationship and have to see that person do it to say, oh no, you can't do it. Yeah, right. You're the same person I told you I didn't want to be with, gotcha. And then you end up making a hard decision that at that point, you don't know at what point in time that'll be, but
right, you might already be in love with the person.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So now you feel like it may put you in a situation where you feel like, all right, I can't deal with this, but for the sake of my love for this person, I'm gonna try to fix it or deal with it to this extent. So now you taking your boundaries and you're extending them just for the sake of the relationship, right. And now you're in a position where you're feeling hurt.
And resentment comes in.
It's just,
Same thing.
It always occurs.
I think that's simple enough. Any final thoughts on it? That's how I feel about it in a nutshell. Don't have me looking crazy, baby. I'm on it.
Cause
you can keep the blicky. Do you have the blicky?
I don't have it with me. You gotta know the gun laws in every state. You can't carry it across state lines. Some states.
Alright, y'all.
But they do have new agreements in place, so we'll see.
Agreements for what? Wait.
Gun law stuff.
All right. All right, y'all. So, you know, comment. Let's hear what y'all doing out there. Are y'all out there making y'all spouse look crazy? How do y'all feel about it if y'all the ones doing it? Or if it's happening to y'all, I'd love to hear it. Besides that, like, share the video. More to come. Talk to you soon.